Hey FlossTube friends, it's Angie. How are you? I've been gone. I've been AWOL for a little while. After my last video, which I don't remember. I didn't look it up. My son Matthew said, Mom, you need to make shorter videos, 15 minutes each, because people don't have a long attention span and they want to get in, get out. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe your age. But then I'm like, maybe if I did 15-minute videos, maybe I'd make them more often. So, let me show you what I got. I have been working, if you've seen my Instagram, I've been working on these little ditties that I'm going to give. We have 8 administrative assistants at our high school, and so I've made 8, and my plan, oops, if it works, my plan, I've got these, well, I thought I had 8, I have 1, but you can get these at Michael's, was to put them on here, and I'm going to put chenille around them. I would make cording, but too much brain power. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to go to Michael's, get some more. I looked at the chenille I had. I think I want black, and I think I might have ordered some of this. I went to Lady.Creates. Shout out to her, because tonight, like 20 minutes ago, I got on her site and I ordered the black chenille licorice, I think it was called, and then I ordered another color, wish I could remember, but you know, I can't. And some dirty face lace, because apparently Lindy Stitches says it's like the bomb. And so I ordered it, and I went to check my email, and it's already been shipped. Like 10 minutes later, it's been shipped. Shout out to Lady.Creates. Very excited. And I'm really excited because I made all of these in my So Much to Love project bag that I got, and I'd started my project before I got this, and look, it's got all the same sayings on it, and there's bees inside. Look at that pretty bee fabric. I was very excited, and it came, there was a needle minder in there. What I did with it, a needle minder by Rats. I'm sorry, and I don't have my reading glasses. Oh wait, I got reading glasses in here, because I want to give a shout out for this needle minder. I'll put it below, because it's not by So Much to Love, but here's the needle minder. Sorry, I suffer from horrible brain farts. And this also came in it. I want to say MagnoliaCreates, Magnolia Baby. I'll link it below, and my apologies for not being able to remember. There's a good explanation at the end. And then I participated in the JK Stitch and Cluck exchange, which I really love doing, but I don't know, you guys. I am so bad about being able to pick out what to stitch for other people. I lamented about this. Of course, I don't have a picture to send you what I made, but it was out of the Primitive Stitcher. It was out of a Primitive Stitcher. I'll show you. I'll link it below, and then I'll show you in the next video. But I scored the mother load. I got Tina Nash. And Tina, this is what she made for me. It's so beautiful. She kind of, she was on vacation. She's on Instagram, and she, TK Nash, here's the other side. She sent me just a tiny little like snippet. I think she had like this, above this, that she was stitching on this in Alaska. I love pieces that travel. I think that's so cool. But that's not the only thing she sent me. She sent me this adorable little bag that she made. Look at the pretty inside fabric and the scissors. Isn't that pretty? And she sent me, where'd they go? I'm losing my mind. Oh, I already used them. These adorable scissors with these whale tails, which reminded her of being in Alaska. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. Love it. And some Victorian Motto sampler thread, which I've never had any Victorian Motto thread. Essence of Lime, Carnival, and Wild Petunias. Those are beautiful. And I love petunias. And then, as if that wasn't enough, she put in the bag a whole slew of Prairie Sampler little patterns, which I don't think I have any of these. Maybe one, maybe the snowman, but otherwise I don't have any of these, so I was very excited to get that. And my favorite pens. This color, this teal color, is my favorite new color. Very excited. And 2 fabulous notes. So that was a lot of fun. So thanks to Joan and Kelly for organizing that, and they organize it, and then they have a wonderful person who manages it. Back to, I can't remember stuff, and I didn't like sit down and prepare show notes, and I apologize because I don't think I've responded to anybody from their the last video I made in the comments. I didn't even introduce myself. I just started in, didn't I? Sorry, I'm Angie. Bubmie, B-U-B-M-I-E on Instagram, talking to them about my cross stitching, or lack thereof it. I want to do more. This is a cluster, isn't it? Sorry, but it is what it is. You guys all understand, right? You have those days. So I have worked a little bit, and I went to, we took our son John to the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis. It's a NASCAR race because he's a big NASCAR fan, and I like NASCAR. I like being at Indy. It was a lot of fun, but I don't like to just sit still. So I took this with me. I've done a little car riding, driving, stitching with it. I have not driven and stitched at the same time. Car riding. I'm not going to do the word autumn in it, but here's how. There's the, and this is on a Lugana. I don't think that, oh wait, there's a tag. Is there a tag? Yes, it is 28 count Lugana mushroom. I got this in Indianapolis at a place called Always in Stitches. No, I'm happy about that. I really like that a lot. It's coming up nicely. Coming up very nicely. So I've been working on that. I've been plugging away at these. Today I took off, sorry, upside down. I took off work today, personal day, because it's my son Ben's birthday. This was birthday weekend for us. So Friday was my son John, who turned 24. Sunday was Dave, my husband. Today was my son Ben, and he was in from Nashville. So my husband and I took the day today and spent the day with him. And after he left to go back, I decided I would work on finishing these. So that's what I sat up here this afternoon. I haven't done finishing in forever. So I sat up here and did that. Got all those whipped out. I went out today. We were out and about, so I got the 2019 Christmas ornament. They had it at Barnes & Noble. I'm pretty excited. There were some really pretty, there's some pretty ornaments in it. I got a cross stitch crazy because I like, there's some fun things in there, and I just felt like I needed a little something. I also had gotten the Halloween one, and there were a lot of cool ones in there that I would like to do. So I'll have to get my Tookus in gear and do some more stitching. So a little bit of a life day update. School has started. It's going really well. This year, I think I've told you guys, I'm really excited because I get to stay in my building. So that's presented new fun challenges. I've got a wide variety of students, and that's fun as well, but it also requires a little bit more brain power to go from kids who are academically in a lot of the regular education classes, and then going down to those kids who are around a more of a life skills program. So a little bit of brain power. And somebody asked me in my last video, they commented and said, tell us about the social thinking class. So social thinking, it is a class where I would say almost all of the students in that class have the diagnosis of autism. And so we are working with those students on navigating the world, their sensory issues, the things they say, the things they do, what is an expected behavior, what is an unexpected behavior, how are they feeling, how's their anxiety, dealing with all those things, you know, understanding their strengths and weaknesses and how to deal with them and how to advocate for themselves. So that's what we've been doing. And I'm on a learning curve. This is my first time in there, to experienced teachers in there. So I'm learning how to, I know how to interact with these kids, but the curriculum is the part that I'm learning that's new. And so far, I'm really, really enjoying it. So, what I'm into, sorry, I keep shaking the screen. What I'm into, have you seen on Facebook this website called Seeds of Happiness? I saw it. I got the little pumpkin. It's downstairs, but I also got the note cards. Oh my gosh. I love these little note cards. And then I also got these little stickers. I haven't opened them yet, but they're just the little faces. Really like those. A while back, I asked you guys if you would, catching my throat, if you would pray for my son's friend, Robbie. Robbie, supposed to be starting his senior year of college this year, and he got hospitalized. They found swelling in his brain, and after 2 weeks of being hospitalized, one in our local hospital and one they had to go to a level up hospital, they found that Robbie has brain cancer. It is treatable. It is not curable. They're taking a great attitude about it. They are really working to be positive and do all the things they need to do for him to live as long and happy life as possible. So prayers for Robbie would be greatly appreciated. Shout out to Daylene and her husband. So grateful because they've been sending information and praying and helping me to help Robbie and his family the best that I can. So I appreciate that. Life was kind of cruising along, and on Labor Day, I got a phone call at 11 o'clock from my mom, and my brother Mike very suddenly passed away at the age of 55. He passed away in his sleep, which, gonna go, it's kind of a good way to go, right? I hope nobody thinks that's awful and morbid, but he didn't suffer. And we don't know what caused it. We're waiting on the autopsy results. Mike has had a lot of struggles the last 4 years. He had epilepsy. He had hydrocephalus. He was functioning. He had married. He had worked. He had 3 kids. But the last 3 years were really tough on him, and depression. And he's not in pain anymore. And my brother was the eternal optimist. He, no matter how bad things were, no matter how rough his life was, he firmly believed that there were better times ahead. And so we believe that he's up in heaven with my grandma. And there were a lot of, in the week of preparing for his funeral, there were a lot of blessings that happened. There were a lot of funny things that happened that we know my brother had a part of, because my brother was a jokester and loved to laugh. And so still dealing with that. So having been at school and then losing a week and then being back, my brain is not all the way there. And Mike was divorced, and so I'm pretty much the one who's with my husband taking care of everything. So that's kind of been a lot. So I hope you're well. I'm gonna make it right at 15 minutes, and so that's gonna be my goal once a week, 15 minutes, and hopefully I'll have more stitching. Some nights I come home and I'm so exhausted, once I get in bed, I literally cannot throw some stitches in. So I've got lots of things to work on. I'll be back next week. I hope you're well. Thank you to all those who posted on my Instagram or my Facebook. I really appreciate it. And some of the cards I've gotten, I really appreciate it. And I hope all of you are great in stitching. And oh, the big excitement for this week. Our school got a grant. They're starting a stitching and knitting club. They're going to make hats and scarves for our community cancer center. And I was talking to some kids about it, and they're like, we've tried, we can't, you know, and I'm like, one of the boys, a boy said to me, he's talked to me about it before, I really want to learn how to cross stitch. And so I talked to the people who started, said, hey, there's some kids who want to come, but they don't think that they can do it. Can I teach them how to cross stitch? And we can make some little hearts to then sew onto the hats or scarves. And the leaders had said, yes, that'd be great. So I'm really excited. This week's the first week. So maybe I'll learn how to I know how to crochet, you know, a little bit, nothing like I've ever produced anything fabulous, but excited for something new. So I hope you're all great, and thanks for hanging in there with me. And if you're a new subscriber or new person watching and you're like, what the heck is she's a red hot mess, sorry, come back again another time and it'll all be better. Have a great week, you guys. Bye. Oops.